Up next is a book about the fascinating story of a young lady in her 20s who surprisingly suffered a deadly stroke that almost took her life. You probably wouldn't have thought such a young person could have a stroke. Well, she did, and so do some others as young as she. The book is titled I Almost Died, and not only does it share the author's story, it shares the stories of other young stroke survivors. Its author, Emonena Abenabe, joined us to discuss the book and her difficult health experience. Stay with us. Ella, nice to have you on Channels Book Club.
Thank you. Nice to have you.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
I Almost Died, Volume 1. This is a book you wrote.
Yeah.
Mainly because of your experience, your
Yeah.
stroke experience.
Yeah.
Let's get started by talking about that. You are 26.
Yes, 26.
You had a stroke.
Yeah.
That was 3 years ago, thereabouts.
Yes.
So you were about 23
Yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah.
Tell me about that 23 stroke.
Yes. It happened after my call to bar and my passing out of NYSC, and it was horrible. Yeah. One day I just fell down. Although I was sick before that day, I had anemia and blood clots and all. But they said it was not the blood clots on my leg that caused the stroke. It was another one from my heart that formed another blood clot and shot into my brain. You know. It was horrible. I'm the only child of my mom. My dad had other wives, but my dad is late, and my mom died last year November. Yeah, it was. I don't know how to put it. It was horrible, but there was just a still small voice in my head telling me that I will be okay. I will walk out of this. I mean,
at the moment it happened,
yeah,
you did not know.
I didn't know
you
it was
had a stroke.
No.
I mean, it couldn't have occurred to you.
No, I just fell and was still. So I didn't know. It took them for, I think, almost 24 hours. I almost died.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
From what you've written here, and I can imagine.
Yeah.
But I mean, usually stroke is something we think happens to much older people.
Yes.
Maybe from midlife up.
Yes.
How come at 23 had a stroke? Do young people
yes.
that young have stroke?
Yes. One of my characters had stroke when she was 17. Her name is Sharon Ree. She had a stroke when she was 17. And another person that I'm talking to right now, his name is Samuel. He's 17. He's Nigerian, and he had a stroke.
So how much of enlightenment did you get from this? You started then to research and to talk to other people, young people.
Yeah. For me, I really don't know what caused it. Maybe they said it was blood clots. What caused the blood clots? I really don't know. Yeah. So I think it was meant to happen to me. So, but what I figured out is that everybody has to exercise every now and then, and
you can't say you're young, so you don't need to exercise.
No, you have to exercise and you have to eat healthy, and you have to check your blood pressure because they said high blood pressure causes it. But my blood pressure was okay.
Okay.
I was really okay before this.
Everything was normal.
Yeah.
This is a collection of stories.
Yes, survivors
of stroke. Tell us a bit about this.
So I decided to add more stories because, like you said, you didn't know that young people had stroke. Yeah. So I decided to, gather all young people's stories that had a stroke, lockdown syndrome, and what's the name, brain aneurysm, and something about kidney. So I decided to add it all together so that I can, how will I put it? I can drive the point home So this is my point. Take care of yourself
Mm.
and don't give up. So this book is not only for people with disabilities. It's for people with, maybe you're depressed because you're having it hard at work. This
Yeah.
book will,
It's basically for anybody with problems.
yes, even though you're not with problems,
Yeah.
if these people can do more, I mean, how about you?
So you're out to inspire, basically.
Yes, I'm out to
Well
inspire.
done.
Thank
Well
you.
done. Tell me, of all the stories,
Yeah,
despite your own bad experience, which one blew you away when you were putting this together?
Ree.
Yeah, which one stood
Her
out?
name is Ree. The fact that she had a stroke when she was 17 and she didn't even realize. It took her 3 days to speak up to her parents and say, "Oh, I need help. I can't move."
Hmm.
Yes, I mean, when I was reading that, I'm like, wow, 3 days. You almost died.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, so Carl, who again? Krista,
So how did you put this together? You wrote all of them, or you
no,
got their
I
stories
interviewed
from, you
them
interviewed them?
on social media, emails and all, because social media is a blessing,
It is,
Yes, it's a blessing. You just
despite all its problems.
yes,
It is.
you can pick something good.
Yeah.
That's how I met all of them through
Mm.
social media.
Mm.
Yes.
So you then interviewed them and they
Yes.
sent their stories
Yes,
to
and
put
I
together
wrote
here.
about it. I added mine and all.
Okay. I mean, if this is not too difficult for you, uh, what did that stroke do to you physically? How bad was it? Your own
Well,
experience?
I'm getting better. I couldn't raise my hand like this, but now I can raise my hand like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, even my walking step is better.
Better.
I was walking like a zombie, like
Unsteadily.
yeah, instead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean,
This
this
one
is
is just to straighten my
my
fingers.
fingers make it
Yeah,
straight and all
yeah,
that. For people who have never had any encounter with stroke,
yeah.
they may not really be able to grasp it. Isn't that true?
I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, they may not really be able to, the most difficult time, one of the most difficult times of my life was seeing my dad, who used to be very active and alive and strong,
Yeah.
see him crippled by stroke.
Even my boss, he was looking at me like the first time he came to see me. He was like, but this is the person that I saw. His name is Elo. Like he saw me like I was agile. I was going to go to an event. He invited me, and all of a sudden they called him and said, "Oh, okay, she had a stroke." He was so surprised. So everybody, I get reactions like, you're so
Too young
young."
to have stroke.
I just laugh. I'm like, yeah, there's no respect of
Of
age.
age.
Yeah.
That's perhaps the most important message here. So everybody has to be careful.
Yes. Anyway, you can never be too careful.
You can never be too careful.
Yeah, because I was doing my exercises.
That's scary.
Yeah. No. I'm
Huh?
not saying because I was doing my exercises. I'm like, I was okay. But this thing happened. I'm sure.
But what did the doctors say? How
Well,
did they explain your own case?
it was because of the blood clots. It came from my heart. My heart um sent another blood clot to my brain, and you know how it is when your brain needs oxygen. When it
Yeah.
can't, you fall down. It
Yeah.
affects you.
Yeah.
And no, so they said it was blood clots.
So a clot stopped the flow of blood.
Yes, my brain.
Whoa,
Yeah.
incredible. I almost died. Volume 1. That means you're
Yes.
coming up with volume 2, right?
Yes.
How far?
I
How far have you gone with that?
Well, I've gotten two stories, and I'm just waiting for more.
Okay. And how are people responding to this?
Oh, they're responding like good. I was even surprised. Yeah.
I'm guessing it's opening people's eyes a lot to what's really going on out there,
Yes.
particularly young people, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. Incredible. Thank you very much for joining us on Channel's Book Club, Ena.
Thank you. Thank you so
It's
much.
been a pleasure having this
Thank
chat with you.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. You too.